What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to 55 Fandom. So, Zootropolis 2. This is my spoiler review. Please, if you haven't seen Zootropolis 2 or Zootopia 2 in America, click off this video right now. So, let's get into it. Zootropolis 2. So, what I did for this film, I watched nothing. I watched no trailers. I didn't cover any news for it. I looked at no posters. I looked at nothing. Because Zootropolis 1 holds a very special place in my heart. I went to see it with my mum 9 years ago in the cinema. I was 6, maybe 7. And my mum sat on her phone, and when the film started to play, she got off her phone because she said it was one of the best films she had ever seen. So, did Zootropolis ruin the franchise? No, it didn't. It is as good as the first one. Maybe a bit worse. The first one is the best, but Zootropolis 2 is awesome, and it's a very worthy sequel. Let me tell you what I liked about Zootropolis 2. I liked that all the characters, Judy, Nick, Chief Bongo, all of those characters from the previous film felt like they all had arcs. Well, maybe not Chief Bongo, because Gary the Snail did almost kill him, but Judy and Nick felt like themselves, and they felt like they had the natural progression in their arc. They are polar opposites, but like they say, opposites attract, and there's, you know, a very nice character arc with Nick in the film. It is simple, because it's a kid's film, but there's that nice little moment where Nick says that this case is not worth dying for, and then the Lynx at the end says to Nick, Judy is not worth dying for, and he comes around and gives the anti-venom to Gary. I thought Nick was brilliant in this film. Very funny film. What the pork? That was funny. Probably my favourite joke from the film is when Nick says, I had a very traumatic childhood. And Chief Bongo says, would you like to have a traumatic adulthood? That was quite funny as well. And they bring Flash 100-yard dash back from the first film to drive the car all the way around town. All of the new characters introduced were great. The new mayor was really funny, and he had a little arc as well. He became a real superhero, taking down the Lynxes. So, what I liked with this film, the twist was better than in number 1. In number 1, although Mayor Bellwether was prey and it made sense, it didn't make sense for her character, and I felt like it was a twist that just came out of nowhere. With the Lynx voiced by Andy Samberg here, it made perfect sense, and I really liked the twist, because of course he'd twist, of course he'd want to, make his family proud. So I thought it was a great twist. I thought Gary the Snake was going to be the twist villain, but he wasn't. He was actually the twist hero. I will say the beaver character, who kept chomping on the wood, got very annoying very quickly. I did not like that character. That character could have been cut from the film, and it really would have made me a lot happier. She plays an important role in exposition and to get to the reptiles, but then, even then, she's a bit redundant and she doesn't really do much. So yeah, that beaver character, So what I will say is that the mystery was not as good. I think Zootropolis 1 had the better mystery, but the worst twist villain. And I think Zootropolis 2 had the better twist villain, but the worst mystery. They do try to set up the mystery, but then towards the middle of the film, they just reveal it all anyway, in a flashback. And I just thought that it was a bit redundant, because they wanted you to kind of figure out a mystery with Judy and Nick, but then everything just got revealed to us on a silver platter. So I don't really like that aspect of the film. This one has a lot of heart, just like the first one. A lot of heart with Gary the Snail, with permission to hug. He was very lovely. K.A. Kwan does a terrific job as Gary. His design is really cool. There was little details in this film, even with little jokes, like the Ratatouille joke was so funny. Gary's house, where they'd measure the length of the snake instead of the height. That was really sweet. I really liked that they introduced reptiles, because obviously, yeah, it makes sense. Reptiles weren't in the first film. Maybe the third film's about birds. I'm not too sure. I like that we explored more of this world. We didn't just stay in Zootropolis for this one. We explored the water world and the world that is shunned from Zootropolis. I also liked that snakes built Zootropolis. I thought that was a really sweet touch from the first film. Shakira came back as Gazelle. The song banged for this one as well. Not as much as Try Everything, but Zoo is very, very catchy. Zoo, ooh, ooh. It was very hard to at the end with Judy and Nick, and Nick saying he can't express emotions. That whole scene, I think, was my favourite scene. Them just trauma dumping on each other and just coming clean to each other. And it was so funny because Nick would take his time and Judy would spill her emotions everywhere and have everything sorted out that she was going to say. It just felt like the characters were pushed into their natural next progression, and I really appreciated that. Mr. Big came back, he was great. Allhauser came back, he was great, helping Nick with the mystery, or where Judy was. They weren't afraid to kill things in this film as well, which I felt was really good. They killed the tortoise. It looked like they were going to kill Judy, and I thought, wow, Disney, props. What I would have liked a bit more, I know that a lynx is a big cat, and a fox is like predator as well, so I would have liked Nick to have had more of a rivalry with the lynxes, or maybe have more of a vendetta with them, because there's a bit in the film where the lynx like scratches Nick, and I thought maybe Nick keeps banging on about his childhood, so maybe we could go back, have a little flashback, maybe he could have a rivalry with them, or feel like he has something to prove as like a tough, sly fox. But no, listen guys, I think that you will find many things to enjoy with Zootropolis 2. I think the twist is better, I think the mystery is a bit lackluster, but the emotion is there, and the heart is there, and it's very good with its characters. It takes them in the natural progression. It's a very funny film. It's also quite a short film. It's 1 minute shorter than the original. I will definitely be rewatching it. I think it will have a lot of rewatchability. I also like that we saw Judy and Nick try and take down more crime. That was really fun as well, seeing their dynamic and how they work as police force. So yes, please go see Zootropolis 2. It is a wonderful little movie. It definitely lives up to the original. It's great. I love it. Guys, what did you think of Zootropolis 2? Please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.